Imagine this, an older gentleman, 78 years old, sitting in his favorite chair by the window. He reaches for his newspaper, but halfway through reading the headlines, he realizes he can't quite remember what day it is. Later, his granddaughter calls and he hesitates for a moment, trying to recall her name. These little lapses feel unsettling, and he wonders quietly to himself, "Am I losing my memory for good?" If you've ever felt the same way, you are not alone. Many older adults notice these changes after the age of 75. But here's what doctors want you to know. Memory loss is not always a fixed destiny. Much of what happens to our minds has to do with small choices, habits, and even mental mistakes that we may not realize we're making every day. The comforting news is this: once you understand these mistakes, you can begin to avoid them. And in doing so, protect your memory, sharpen your mind, and continue to enjoy the moments that matter most with your loved ones. In this video, we'll uncover the 5 most common mental mistakes older adults often make after the age of 75. Mistakes that doctors warn can silently speed up memory loss. Each one might seem small at first, but over time, they can have a powerful impact on the sharpness of your mind. So I encourage you to stay with me until the very end, because not only will you learn what these mistakes are, but you'll also discover simple, practical changes that can help you stay sharp, protect your memory, and continue living with confidence and joy. Your memory is one of the greatest treasures of your life, and it deserves to be cared for. Number 1, ignoring mental stimulation. One of the most common mental mistakes older adults make after 75 is believing that the brain doesn't need as much stimulation anymore. Some people think, "I've already learned everything I need in life. Why should I keep challenging myself?" But doctors emphasize that this mindset can quietly weaken memory. The truth is, the brain thrives on activity, and when it isn't challenged, it slowly loses its sharpness. Think of the brain like a muscle. Just as your arms and legs grow weaker without exercise, your memory also weakens if it's not being used regularly. Doctors often compare brain activity to lifting weights. The more you challenge your brain with new and unfamiliar tasks, the stronger and more resilient your memory becomes. On the other hand, if the brain is left idle, it gradually loses its ability to recall and process information. Research has shown that older adults who regularly engage in mentally stimulating activities, such as reading, playing games, or learning new skills, experience a slower rate of memory decline. Even small activities like doing crosswords or Sudoku can help keep neural pathways active. It's not about doing something complicated. It's about staying engaged, curious, and consistent. A common mistake is sticking only to routines that are comfortable and familiar. While watching the same TV shows or sticking to the same daily habits may feel safe, they don't challenge the brain enough to grow. Doctors encourage seniors to seek out activities that feel a little uncomfortable or new. This gentle push outside of your comfort zone is where the brain truly benefits. For example, learning a new language might sound intimidating at first, but even practicing a few new words each day gives your brain a valuable workout. Similarly, learning to play a musical instrument, even if you've never touched one before, strengthens memory and coordination. These activities are not about becoming perfect, but about keeping the mind engaged. Another powerful way to stimulate the brain is through technology. Many older adults shy away from smartphones, tablets, or computers because they feel complicated. But doctors point out that learning how to use new technology, even at a slow pace, challenges memory in meaningful ways. Simple tasks like learning to text, browsing the internet, or playing memory games online can keep the brain active. Hobbies also play an important role. Activities like painting, gardening, sewing, or even cooking new recipes can provide stimulation. These hobbies involve planning, creativity, and problem solving, all of which strengthen different parts of the brain. The goal isn't perfection, but enjoyment and challenge. Doctors often remind seniors that stimulation should be consistent. Just like exercise, one workout a month won't make a big difference. But small daily challenges add up over time. 5 minutes of learning something new every day is far more powerful than doing nothing at all. Consistency is key in keeping memory sharp. It's also important to note that mental stimulation doesn't just protect memory, it builds confidence and joy. Many older adults report feeling a sense of pride when they master something new. This feeling of accomplishment boosts mood, reduces stress, and makes life more fulfilling. And when you feel happier, your brain works better too. So the biggest takeaway is this: never underestimate the power of keeping your brain active. Ignoring mental stimulation is one of the most harmful mistakes after 75, but the solution is within reach. Stay curious, try new things, read, learn, play, and connect with challenges that excite you. Your memory is like a lifelong companion, and the more you nurture it, the longer it will stay strong and reliable. Number 2, isolating from social connections. Another common mistake many older adults make after 75 is withdrawing from social life. Sometimes this happens gradually. Children move away, friends pass on, or health challenges make it harder to go out. Without even realizing it, some seniors begin to spend more and more time alone. While solitude can feel comfortable, doctors warn that too much isolation can quietly harm memory and overall brain health. The human brain is designed for connection. Every time you have a conversation, share a laugh, or tell a story, you're giving your brain a workout. Talking requires focus, listening, memory recall, and emotional awareness, all of which keep neural pathways active. When you isolate yourself, these skills are used less often, and like a muscle that isn't exercised, they begin to weaken. Loneliness has been compared by researchers to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It doesn't just affect emotional health, it also increases the risk of memory decline and even dementia. Doctors point out that the brain craves interaction. Without it, mental sharpness fades more quickly. This is why staying socially engaged is just as important as eating healthy or exercising. Many older adults believe that being alone is simply part of aging. But the truth is, it doesn't have to be that way. Technology, community centers, and support groups now make it easier than ever to connect with others, even if you can't leave the house often. Something as simple as a daily phone call or a video chat with a loved one can keep the brain active and the heart happy. Doctors encourage seniors to stay involved in community activities whenever possible. Attending a local church service, joining a book club, volunteering, or even taking part in group exercise classes all provide opportunities for meaningful connections. These interactions not only protect memory, but also bring joy and a sense of belonging. Social interaction is also a natural stress reliever. When you talk about your worries or share experiences, it lightens your mental load. Lower stress means less strain on the brain, which in turn supports memory health. Laughter in particular is a powerful medicine. A single moment of joy shared with friends can boost brain function and improve mood. For those who feel shy or uncomfortable meeting new people, doctors recommend starting small. Reconnecting with one old friend, talking to a neighbor, or simply greeting someone at the grocery store can be enough to spark a sense of connection. The key is consistency. Small, regular social moments add up and help keep memory strong. Technology can also bridge the gap. Many seniors avoid smartphones or computers because they feel overwhelming, but learning to use them opens doors to staying connected with family and friends across the country. Video calls, group chats, or even online hobby groups provide opportunities for conversation and memory stimulation right from home. Another benefit of social interaction is storytelling. When you share your life experiences, you practice memory recall. Every time you tell a grandchild about your past, you're strengthening the pathways that help you remember. Storytelling is more than entertainment. It's brain exercise wrapped in love. So don't let isolation creep in unnoticed. Staying connected is not just about avoiding loneliness, it's about protecting your memory, boosting your mood, and living a more fulfilling life. Doctors are clear. The mind stays sharper when the heart stays connected. Whether through friends, family, or new communities, Social ties are one of the most powerful ways to keep your memory strong well into your later years. Number 3, ignoring sleep. Many older adults believe that poor sleep is just a normal part of aging. They might say, "I only need a few hours now," or "It's impossible to sleep deeply at my age." But doctors warn that dismissing sleep as unimportant is a critical mental mistake. Sleep isn't just about resting the body. It's about giving the brain the time it needs to heal, recharge, and store memories. During sleep, the brain works almost like a filing cabinet. It takes the events, information, and experiences from your day and organizes them. Important memories are stored, and unnecessary details are cleared away. Without enough quality sleep, this process doesn't happen properly. That's why people who don't sleep well often struggle to remember names, conversations, or even daily tasks. Research shows that adults over 65 need about 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night for optimal brain health. Yet many seniors get far less, either because of insomnia, medical conditions, or lifestyle habits. Doctors emphasize that cutting back on sleep doesn't just make you tired. It slowly chips away at your ability to think clearly and remember. One major problem is that many older adults underestimate the importance of deep sleep. Light sleep may feel restful, but it's the deep stages that allow the brain to repair itself and consolidate memory. Without enough deep sleep, the brain can't properly strengthen new connections, making it harder to recall information later. Some seniors also make the mistake of relying too heavily on daytime naps to make up for poor nighttime sleep. While short naps can be refreshing, long or irregular naps can actually confuse the body's internal clock and make nighttime sleep even harder. Doctors recommend keeping naps under 30 minutes and focusing on improving nighttime rest. Another overlooked factor is sleep environment. Many older adults sleep with too much noise, light, or even a TV on in the background. These distractions prevent the brain from entering deep, restorative sleep. Creating a quiet, dark, and comfortable sleep space is one of the simplest ways to improve memory health. Stress and worry also play a big role. It's common for seniors to lie awake at night, replaying old concerns or worrying about the future. Unfortunately, this mental stress robs the brain of valuable rest. Relaxation techniques, such as slow breathing, prayer, or listening to calming music, can help quiet the mind and prepare the brain for sleep. Doctors also point out the connection between sleep and physical health. Conditions such as sleep apnea, restless legs, or chronic pain often disrupt sleep without being noticed. These issues don't just affect the body, they directly impact memory. Getting a medical checkup and addressing sleep-related conditions can make a dramatic difference in cognitive health. The benefits of good sleep go beyond memory. Seniors who sleep well have sharper focus, better mood, and more energy to enjoy their day. They are also at lower risk for dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Sleep, in many ways, is nature's medicine for the mind. Skipping it is like skipping the most important part of your brain's daily care. So remember, ignoring sleep is one of the most damaging mental mistakes after 75. Your brain needs rest as much as your body does. Prioritize quality sleep, create a healthy bedtime routine, and don't be afraid to seek help if sleep problems persist. A well-rested brain is a sharp brain, and giving yourself the gift of sleep is one of the best ways to protect your memory for years to come. Number 4, not managing stress. Stress is often seen as just a normal part of life. Many older adults brush it aside, saying things like, "I've lived through worse, I can handle it." But doctors warn that ignoring stress is a serious mental mistake. While short bursts of stress can be manageable, long-term or chronic stress quietly damages the brain, especially the parts responsible for memory. When you're stressed, your body produces a hormone called cortisol. In small amounts, it helps you stay alert. But when stress lingers for days, weeks, or even years, cortisol levels remain high and begin to harm the brain. Research shows that chronic stress shrinks the hippocampus, the very area of the brain that stores and retrieves memories. This is why older adults who live under constant stress often find it harder to concentrate, recall names, or learn new things. Doctors explain that stress doesn't just make you feel tense, it directly interferes with the brain's ability to process and store information. Over time, unmanaged stress can accelerate memory decline and increase the risk of dementia. Unfortunately, many seniors underestimate the stress they carry. Worries about health, finances, or loneliness may not seem overwhelming in the moment, but they quietly build up. Ignoring these emotions or pushing them aside doesn't make them disappear. It only gives them more power over your mind and memory. The good news is that stress management doesn't have to be complicated. Doctors recommend simple daily practices like deep breathing exercises, meditation, or prayer. Even 5 minutes of quiet reflection can lower cortisol levels and give the brain a chance to reset. The key is consistency, not perfection. Physical activity is another powerful stress reliever. Gentle exercise such as walking, yoga, or stretching not only helps the body, but also calms the mind. Movement increases blood flow to the brain, delivering oxygen and nutrients that support memory. It also releases endorphins, the body's natural mood boosters, which help fight the effects of stress. Social support also plays a crucial role in managing stress. Talking to friends, sharing laughter, or simply having someone listen can ease emotional burdens. Doctors note that staying connected is one of the most natural ways to reduce stress and protect memory at the same time. It reminds us that we're not alone in our struggles. Another mistake is turning to unhealthy coping mechanisms. Some older adults may rely too heavily on alcohol, excessive TV watching, or withdrawing from others to deal with stress. While these may offer temporary relief, they actually make stress worse in the long run and further weaken memory. Healthy coping habits are far more effective. Nature itself is a powerful healer. Spending time outdoors, feeling the sun on your face, or listening to birds can calm the nervous system and clear the mind. Doctors often recommend a simple daily walk in nature as a gentle but powerful way to lower stress and improve mental clarity. So remember, not managing stress is one of the biggest mistakes older adults can make for their memory. Stress may be invisible, but its effects on the brain are real and lasting. By practicing relaxation, staying active, nurturing connections, and embracing healthy coping habits, you give your memory the protection it deserves. Peace of mind is not just comforting, it's medicine for your brain. Number 5, skipping a healthy diet. Many older adults underestimate the impact of diet on brain health. Some believe that by the time they reach 75, food choices no longer matter much. But doctors strongly disagree. What you eat has a direct effect on how your brain functions, how sharp your memory remains, and even how you feel each day. Skipping a healthy diet is one of the most damaging mental mistakes seniors can make. The brain is an energy-hungry organ. It uses about 20% of the body's total energy, even when you're resting. Just like a car that needs high-quality fuel to run smoothly, the brain depends on nutrient-rich foods to perform at its best. A diet filled with processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats gives the brain bad fuel, leading to fogginess, forgetfulness, and fatigue. Doctors highlight certain foods that are especially harmful for memory. Diets high in refined sugar and processed carbohydrates, such as pastries, white bread, and soda, can cause blood sugar spikes that damage brain cells over time. Similarly, diets heavy in fried or overly processed foods increase inflammation, which has been linked to memory decline and dementia. On the other hand, research shows that brain-friendly foods can slow down memory loss and even improve mental clarity. The Mediterranean diet and the DASH diet, both rich in vegetables, fruits, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats, are consistently linked to better brain health. Doctors often recommend a blend of these two diets, known as the MIND diet, specifically designed to protect memory. Leafy green vegetables like spinach, kale, and broccoli are particularly powerful. They're packed with vitamins, antioxidants, and nutrients that support brain cells. Just one serving of leafy greens a day has been shown to slow the rate of cognitive decline, helping memory stay sharper for longer. Berries, especially blueberries and strawberries, are another brain superfood. They're rich in antioxidants called flavonoids that protect the brain from aging. Doctors sometimes call them memory berries because regular consumption has been linked to better recall and learning ability, even in older adults. Healthy fats are also essential. The brain is made up of nearly 60% fat, so it thrives on omega-3 fatty acids, found in foods like salmon, walnuts, and flax seeds. These healthy fats strengthen the connections between brain cells and reduce inflammation, both of which protect memory. Hydration is another part of diet that's often overlooked. Many older adults don't drink enough water, assuming thirst decreases with age. But even mild dehydration can make the brain sluggish, impairing focus and memory. Doctors recommend sipping water throughout the day and limiting dehydrating drinks like alcohol or excessive caffeine. Another mistake is skipping meals or eating irregularly. Long gaps without food can cause drops in blood sugar, which leave the brain without the steady energy it needs to think clearly. Regular balanced meals provide consistent fuel, helping memory stay stable throughout the day. So skipping a healthy diet is more than just a nutritional issue. It's a mental one. Every bite you take is either feeding your memory or quietly harming it. By choosing leafy greens, berries, nuts, fish, whole grains, and plenty of water, you give your brain the protection it needs to stay sharp. Doctors are clear. Eating for your brain is one of the most powerful ways to hold on to your memory and live with energy, clarity, and joy. As we've seen, memory loss after 75 isn't just about age itself. Doctors remind us that the choices we make every day, whether we challenge our mind, stay socially connected, prioritize sleep, manage stress, or nourish our body with healthy food, all play a powerful role in shaping how sharp and resilient our memory remains. The beautiful truth is this: it's never too late to take small, meaningful steps for your brain. Whether you're 65, 75, or even 90, every effort you make today can strengthen your memory tomorrow. Growth doesn't stop with age. In fact, older adults who stay engaged often discover new strengths they never expected. Your memory is more than just facts or details. It's the story of your life, your wisdom, and your connection to the people you love. By caring for it, you are not only protecting your independence, but also preserving the treasures of your experiences to share with future generations. So don't be discouraged if you've made some of these mental mistakes in the past. We all have. What matters is the choice you make now. Choose to learn something new. Choose to call a friend. Choose to rest deeply, manage stress with care, and feed your body with love. Every choice is an act of hope, and your brain responds to hope. Remember, aging is not the end of growth. It's another chapter, a chapter where wisdom, reflection, and resilience shine brightest. Protecting your memory means protecting your ability to continue writing that chapter with clarity, confidence, and joy. Stay curious, stay connected, stay hopeful. Your memory is a gift, and with care, it can stay strong for years to come. As you finish this video, remember this truth. Your story is precious. Your wisdom is a light. Share it, cherish it, and let it keep inspiring those you love.